Hey, what's up? Welcome. Where you from? Where you from? Thank you for being here tonight. Buenas noches. That's how you say good night in Spanish. Buenas noches. You the first person. ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches. How y'all doing? Y'all come through. Hey, where you from? Veronica Wilson. And like, don't forget to like. Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just doing a live. I just got through doing some dance videos, and I just posted them, and then I posted some videos of me teaching some Spanish and French, and that's what I do every day. You from America? What, from the United States? I'm from the United States originally. Yeah, but I live in Mexico. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the videos. How did you find my channel? How did you find it? I'm glad to have you here. No, I can't speak Russian. I don't know how to speak it. Do you speak Russian? Yeah, but how did you find my channel? Hey, come on in, y'all come on in. I'm building up momentum. We almost at 5,000. Y'all keep subscribing and tell everybody else about the channel. No, I can speak Russian. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, you on the right channel. I mean, I speak English, I speak Spanish, and I speak French. So y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Good night. What y'all doing for Christmas? Like, yes, like. What y'all doing for Christmas? What's going on? The stores are so crowded. In Spanish, you say está lleno. Está lleno. Está llenísimo. I just put a video up teaching it. So just to tell you, you can speak Spanish too. Okay, well, you can type in Spanish if you want to type in Spanish. But my channel is about the 90s. You only 12. Well, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, my channel is about the 90s and languages, Spanish, English, and French. I'm a language coach. You can speak Spanish? Well, let me see you type something in Spanish since you can speak Spanish. Hey, y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Welcome, welcome to Russell Trilingual Live. We getting on up there, ain't it? We getting on up there. We got almost 5,000 followers. We about like 700 and some shout. And it's how we say shout. We be saying shout. We got like a different accent. But anyway, I'm in Mexico. That's where I live. Been living here for the past 6 years, almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years in March. Why did I move to Mexico? I moved to Mexico because I wanted something different. I wanted something different. I mean, and then I wanted to improve my language skills. And I already spoke Spanish, so I'm like, I definitely want to move to Mexico. And the people are nice. I mean, I just didn't see anything negative about it. How to speak Spanish on my phone, but I can speak Spanish. Oh, you can speak it in real life. Oh, that's good. That's good. So, how did you learn Spanish? How did you learn? How did you learn Spanish? Tell me, how did you learn? I'm gonna be on here probably for about a good 20 minutes, maybe longer. Can you pop a willy? No, I can't do that. Hey, y'all, good night, good night. Y'all come in. Y'all say, hey, what's up? Merry Christmas. It's your boy Russell Trilingual. Y'all can ask questions. It's the time. Anything you want to ask about the channel, about what I do. My cousin in Spanish, and he teach me, and I also am taking. Keep it up, keep it up. I'm a Spanish interpreter. That's what I do. Like when I'm not recording my videos, I'm freelancing. So I'm a Spanish interpreter, and I've been doing it for about over 10 years at this point. Because I started doing it when I was living in Memphis, and that's where I'm from. And then I stopped for a little minute, but I always surrounded myself by people that spoke Spanish. Like as far as like every job I got, It was a job where had to be bilingual, and then I started back doing it like really like full time. I started doing it in 2000 and what was it 2019, 20 yeah like 2019. I started doing over the phone interpreting, and that's what I do now. So and I just passed the test too because I had to take a test for another freelance gig that I'm getting that I got coming up. So I took a test, passed it with flying colors. So I'm a language expert. Like I'm not even originally from Mexico. My first language is not Spanish. My first language is not French. It's English. You hear the southern accent. People love to get me as an interpreter. You can also go to my website, russelltrilingual.com, if you want to request my services directly. So you can request my services if you're a teacher and you need some Spanish interpreting services at your school. If you need some services anywhere, just hit up russelltrilingual.com and we can talk price. You can book directly with me. I'm a black African American black interpreter. I learned on my own. And I got certificates. I got a certificate. I got like 2, 3 certificates. They have something called like a 40-hour training course. I did that. I did that twice. So, and then I speak Spanish in my videos here. So I definitely have the credibility if y'all want to know, like, is he just playing with me? Did he really speak Spanish? Did he really speak French? I do. I do. And this is a big dream. I have an impressive story to tell, and I tell it in my videos. How I'm black, how I moved to Mexico, how I learned English. Well, English is my first language, but how I learned French, how I learned Spanish, how I love dancing. Everybody love it. Well, at least most people love it. Most people love it, and I'm so surprised that I'm getting so much momentum now. Because at first I was like, "What's going on? Like, how do I get people to figure out who I am?" You know what I'm saying? And then, I got like people like jobs reaching out to me and wanting to hire me. And then I just wasn't getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, I had reached out to a couple jobs, y'all, and it was for like a bilingual position. And I was like, dang, what happened? Why I ain't make the cut? And I'm like, because I'm building on my own, to be honest. So really a full-time job would really slow me down at this point, to be honest. So I'm happy doing what I do now. What do you want for Christmas? I really am not into Christmas like I used to be. I mean, I feel like why wait out of all the year to just say, you know what, I want something on Christmas, Like if I want something for myself, I just go get it if I can afford it. But I don't feel like why wait to that special day. Or, I just don't believe in. I believe like I do believe in Christmas, like right. I don't mind celebrating it, but to me, it's more of another day because at this stage in my life, I'm more focused on my goals, like my website. What I want for Christmas is 5,000 followers. That's what I want. Right now, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. What I want for Christmas is at least 5,000. Now, I don't feel like it's going to happen overnight, but we going to get it. It's going to get there, and it's jumping. It's getting there. So that's what I say. Anything now that I want for Christmas will have to do with my dreams, my goals. It got to do more with growing as a person. That's more where I'm at now. Not like an item, not a material thing. So now, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, you said I want a Saran. What is Saran? Y'all come on in. Y'all come in. What y'all want for Christmas? What do y'all want? You want an electric bike? Okay. I was at that point when I wanted some rollerblades when I was growing up. Yeah, but what I want now is just to keep improving my independence, my business, my life. This live is popping too. It is popping. It's really getting there and it's like I never gave up. That's the thing. I never gave up. I kept going. You can never give up. Yep, so yeah, I don't want nothing specific for Christmas. Oh, this how much your bike costs? Is that amount? Is it 488? Yeah, but y'all can ask y'all questions. I'm at the stage where I'm trying to build momentum and get my visibility out there. And it's working. It's really, really working. Y'all like the video. Y'all like, man. Y'all like it. Like it. If y'all like it, like it. That's the way to support me. Yeah, like at this point I want stuff that's more like helping me grow. Oh, it's for. Well, I almost got that many followers. I almost do. Wow, that's kind of expensive. It is pretty expensive, but I hope you get it. I hope you get it. 4,800. And thank y'all for coming too. I'm telling you, every day I be about to give up because I'm like, okay, I ain't got nobody watching the live. I ain't got, every day, but it's just something that just keep me pushing. It's just something that just keep me pushing. And I think it's just knowing that, I think the comments that I get keep me going. Like when people come in and say, I like your dance videos, I like, and I inspire people, they make me still jump on the live. And then just from time to time, I get people to actually interact like you. You said play goes really fast. It goes 75. I hope you get your electric bike. I hope you, what y'all want for Christmas? Anybody else can come in. What do y'all want for Christmas? I already said what I want. What I want is every day. It's not really for Christmas. What I want takes time. I actually feel like I can appreciate what I already have, to be honest. Like me having over 4,000 followers is something I can appreciate. Just because I remember the struggle. I remember years ago dancing on Beale Street in Memphis because I used to dance on Beale Street in Memphis years ago. And I never seen no insight to like, oh, people really would love it. Or I never thought about having the opportunity to be online teaching languages. And well, you know what? I have thought about the opportunity of teaching languages online before and dancing, but it just never happened. Like I don't know, it just never happened. And now I'm trying to figure out why didn't I, you know, let me see. I'm only 12, but I have a business with friends doing. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. You starting early, but I think in the beginning, in cleaning cars, congratulations. Keep that up. Keep that up. You know what? Going back to you saying it, or you saying that, okay, you got your business at 12 years old, you cleaning cars. I think your environment really motivates you or does not motivate you. Like it's either one or the other. I think the environment that I grew up in wasn't the most because like I said, I grew up around people working, not to say I think working full-time job is wonderful, you know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I'm at a stage where a full-time job would just be to support my business. Like a full-time job would not be for me to be there forever. And I can remember I grew up in a place where I wanted to dance. Like I was like, I want to be a dancer. They was like, you should go to college. You should, the traditional things. And I was like, no, what? I don't want to really go to college. I want to be a dancer. And I thought I could just, it was like, oh, this is what I want to do. And I didn't really get this support of like, just do what you want to do what make you happy. But I kept going. And I'm still keep going. So I guess I realized, sometimes it takes experiences, it takes strength for you to really get to where you want to get to. You said I make a lot of money, but my girlfriend's been by. Well, you're doing very good. 12 years old, you got your own business. That's super young. When I was 12, it's been quite a while. I didn't have a job. I did not have a job at 12. So that I would have wished, yes, if I had a job at 12, I would have, ooh, yeah, yeah, it would have been really good. I got my first job when I was about 15, 16. That's when I got my first job. Like I worked at a cookie factory. Um, it was like a cookie bakery at 15, and then at 16, it was not like full time jobs. Like I didn't get my first full time job until I probably was about. Wow, when did I get it? Mm, I think. Ooh, I gotta think. I'm kind of forgetting. When did I get my first full time job? Where I was just full time. Could it be 21? No, I can't. I can't even remember because I know is it 18? 18. I worked at Kroger, so 18. I was. Yeah, but I was there for about a year. But I started part time because I was in school. That's a good question. When did I get my first full time job? I don't even. I can't even remember when I did. I think it was. I'll say maybe 18, 17, 18 technically. Cause when yeah, I say around 18 was when I probably, yeah, I think I had my first full time job. Cause I think at Kroger, which is a grocery store down south, That's the name of the store. I used to work at the grocery store. So I think when I was 18, they gave me more hours. That's what I can remember. So I was definitely working more. I had the full time mindset around 18 because I wasn't in school no more. So I think it was there. And in my early 20s, I feel like in my early 20s, I had more full time gigs in my early 20s because I was trying to get up out of my auntie house. You know, I didn't move out until I was 25, 24. I was almost 25, but I wanted to get up out of there. So I'm like, man, I'm finna work. I'm finna give me a job. And it wasn't no jobs that was really paying. I consider my first real job probably when I was like 24. To me, that was like my first just, to me, well, I'm like, okay, I can move out, get my own place. I'm comfortable. I had my car. Like, that was like the first one. And it was an interpreter job. I was working at uh, the what was it? The in Spanish is Centro de Salud, but it's really the health department. Yeah, the health department. So I was working there, and I was so happy. Like when you achieve something, and you really work for it, and you really, man, it just was life changing. Like I'm telling you, like when I first, it was back in 2013. You probably wasn't even born then. Or was it 2000 and wait a minute? Yeah, but I think I got the job in 2012. So if you only 12, you probably wasn't even born at that time, 2013. Where you were you born? Cause that was a minute. Wow. Yeah, it's been yeah. I don't. The thing I don't like is all the people look at your live and then they just scroll right. I don't like that neither. I don't like that either. Cause a lot, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get some momentum. And I was looking, I was like, okay, why is it like what's going on? And yeah, I don't really like it, but I'm still growing. Like I'm still growing no matter what. Yeah, I'm still growing no matter what. Yeah. But I was just really looking at that. Yeah, you said you was not born. Yeah, it's crazy to say that though. Cause it seemed like it wasn't that long ago. Well, you know what? It seemed like it was a while ago. Kind of when I really think about it, it seemed like it's been quite a while. But it's just really to look back and just to like I'm talking to somebody that's the age when I moved out that they was probably born maybe that year or something. This just wild to me. But yeah, when I was 12 years old, I wasn't. I think time sort of kind of changed when I was 12 and compared to people being 12 now. Cause I was 12 in 2000. Like this taking it all the way back. I was 12 in 2000. So that's the last time I was 12, and we didn't have the phones like this growing up. I mean, if I had that back then, who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's just a different opportunity in today's age. But I feel like I'm still young enough to be like, okay, I can still, do my dance and do what I love. But me growing up at 12, it was definitely very different in 2000. Like, it was no phones like this. We didn't have access to no computer. It was just a different time. Like when I was dancing back then at that young age, I just did it for fun and I still do it for fun. But it's just the internet is just, the social media has opened up so many more doors. And I'm just not giving up. Yeah, I'm just not giving up. Like you said, people just scroll past my live, but I'm not giving up at all. And I don't know why it happened. That's what I've been trying to figure out because I was getting on live like every single day. And I'm like, why is people scrolling past my live? So yeah, I do not like that. But it is what it is. It's almost like if you work somewhere, right? You got your company and stuff like that. You got people that probably just walk by. Not everybody's gonna stop and ask what you're selling. Not everybody's gonna be interested. So I think that you have to have that mindset to know that okay, I gotta still be myself and accept that everybody's not gonna want to watch it. Everybody's not gonna watch. It's like you flipping the channel. on the TV. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I might like that, I may not like this. You know, it's sort of kind of the same thing. You remember, like, I don't know if you remember that, but like back in the day when we had TVs, you had the remote control and you flip through the channels. You know what I'm saying? And normally it could be that, you know, you may not be interested in what's on. And I'm not saying that ain't nobody interested. It's just about finding an audience. So right now, have came close. I have really found my audience. I'm just building my audience. You know, but I would never try to be something just to attract people into my live or try to, no. Ain't no point of doing it because I feel like you gonna burn out eventually once that attention leave. Like right now, I'm just in heaven. Like I just love the fact that I'm still doing what I love to do, regardless. Like I'm not relying on people to watch me in order for me to keep going. So I'm keeping it up though, and I'm growing every day. I'm gonna try to stay on here for a while to see if I can get some more people to come in. Yeah, but it's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna keep growing. And congratulations again on learning Spanish. Oh, you had to feed your dogs. What kind of dogs you got? What kind of dogs do you have? What kind of dogs do you have? A King Corso and Golden Retriever. I never seen a King Corso. Let me look up that dog to see what kind of dog that is. Hey, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to Russell Trilingual Live. Tell me where you from. We got one more person. There's one more person on here. I'm finna look up a King Corso. I actually wanted a miniature schnauzer. That's actually the dog I would love to have. A miniature schnauzer. Oh, you got like a. It's a big dog. Yeah, big dogs. Yeah, you got big dogs. We got two people watching. Where you from? Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. It'd be a lot of people lurking. That's the thing. See, they watched me and left. Whoever it was. I couldn't see who it was. Oh, I'm looking at my tablet because I was trying to look up the dog. I was trying to see what kind of dog you had, and I can see the type of dog you have. It's a big dog. That's what I was looking at. And then I'm looking at my followers too. Yep, I'm looking at my followers. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me? See me? Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm here. Why are you not talking? Not talking. Not taking? What do you mean? I can't hear. I can't. You saying why am I not talking? I am answering. You can't hear me? Okay. Yeah, I see you saying answer me. But I'm still here. Right, right. You still there, but yeah. Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Come on in. People just scrolling past the live. I'm gonna probably have to get off now. I'm actually gonna get off live now. But thank you for being here. Um, Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share the videos, the dance videos, the French videos. Tell people about RussellTrilingual.com. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Take care. Tell your dogs I said hey. Hold on, we got one more person. It's one more person. How you doing? Come on in. Come on in. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm so happy that you here. Oh, I'm happy. Merry Christmas to you too. I never have. I was talking at one point saying that I just want at least one person that watch my videos to come into my live. And I was almost about to go, and I'm like, boom, one of the person that watch my videos is in my live. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for being here. I don't think you ever been in my live ever before. Yeah, but I'm starting to do them more often, almost like every day, almost every day. I don't know if you get the notifications, but yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. How are you? How have you been? And thank you so much for the likes and for the comments and for everything. I appreciate. I recognize your name. I recognize like some people that just normally comment or that like the videos. I instantly just recognize them. So Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But now I know you go live. I will look out. Yeah, look out. I go live definitely on Saturday. Well, let me see. Saturday, do I? Sometimes, definitely. I post videos on Saturday. I go live. It's kind of hit or miss, but at least almost every day. But I think Saturday I will be going live this Saturday. Probably at night or something like that. Probably around night. I think I'll probably be going live. But just look out though. You will be able to see me going live. So how have you been? I'm so glad to hear from you. And hopefully I got my own website now too. I don't know if you know I got my own website, which is www.russelltrilingual.com. And I teach people Spanish, English, and French on the website. For anybody that want to learn, just to put that out there. And then I got my dance videos going too. So you already know I got 90s. I got my own shirt. I got my own shirt now with my name on it. This is one shirt I got. So I'm just building my whole brand, Russell Trilingual 90s, languages, African American, Black, living in Mexico, telling my story, you know. And I know a lot of people today appreciate a person when they real. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate that, and I appreciate that too because it just makes it so exciting just to meet somebody that's in their own lane, doing their own thing. So where you from? I don't think I ever knew where you were from. I like to get to know my followers. I like to get to know y'all, and y'all like too. Y'all like. He said, "I'm doing great. Oh wow, I didn't know. I have to check that out. Check it out. It is great. I'm happy for you. I need okay. So it's in the description. In the description, like I posted my live video here, and in this live, you should be able to see the description. And my website is in the description. Okay, I lived in Delaware, so it's not that far. So yeah, so it's in the description www.russelltrilingual.com. And the way it works is you just have to book a consultation. And we talk like to see where you are, set a price, and then we just schedule and we just go from there. And that's what I just been doing now. Like I'm actually a professional interpreter. So I've been doing it for 6 years now over the phone, doing interpreting. So I'm working for interpreting. Well, let's put it this way: they're using my service. The nurses that call me, the teachers that call me. I have worked in legal, so my Spanish is on a level to, and then I've lived in Mexico for 6 years. So I can teach you from the beginning, more advanced Mexican type Spanish. Virginia, I was in Virginia about 2016, and I just passed. No, that wasn't Virginia. I was in Virginia, I think, in 2004. What was it? I think 14. I think 14. I think I was there. Okay, I like that idea, and I really need to learn. Okay, well, go there. I'm finna take a screenshot of the comments because I be doing it. I'm finna hold on. Yeah, check it out. Check out the site. It's so easy to book a consultation, and you can actually send me an email. It's a number on there, like you can click call. It's like everything. So I've been doing it, and what motivated me to really do it was because, like right now, I'm currently working like as a freelancer, and I'm also running my website. So it's just when you work as a freelancer, you kind of sort of got the middleman. And then it's like, I know I'm so much of a talented person. So I'm like, okay, I got to continue to grow more independently. So that's what really made me do it. And then the fact that I'm black, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even from, you know, a Spanish speaking country. But like I said, I've been in Mexico for almost 6 years now. So I think that even makes it, even stand out more. Because when I interpret, people be like, "Where's the interpreter? Where is he at?" And I'd be like, "Soy yo, estoy aquí." You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like this. So it's just like, yeah, I'm just building my own lane. But yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you ever took any Spanish before? Like, how would we say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Feliz Navidad. That's how you would say it. That's pretty easy right there. You said, I'm glad you are doing this. Now you motivated me to take the time. Please take the time to learn. Please take the time to learn. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to make it kind of brief. I learned Spanish starting out in high school. Now I'm 37 now. But I started initially, I had the motivation and I'm like, I really want to learn Spanish. I always had it in my mind that that's what I wanted. So back in '09, I was working for a call center. And I was only there probably like 3 months or something like that. It wasn't that long because it was a contract job. It didn't really last long. And I was living with my aunt. So I said, when I got laid off from that job, I said, I'm finna go 24/7. I'm finna make this my full time job to learn Spanish. So when I learned this skill, I kept getting jobs, bilingual jobs, kept growing, kept getting better at it. And I put my phone in Spanish. I started doing everything in Spanish, and that's how I learned. And people was always impressed because when people would come up to my job where I used to work, because I used to work actually in a Spanish clinic where it was mainly Hispanic people, they would come up and be like, where's the person who speaks Spanish? And it was always me. So, yeah. And then when I interpret, people always be like, oh, I can hear that southern accent, but I'm so glad that you want to learn. I'm so glad. I've had somebody else ask about it too. I think like one or two people ask about the website that I got. Yep. So it's just when you go on there, you book a consultation, you can see the calendar, you can see all that. You said no. I like dummy took 4 years of Latin. See the thing about if you take the classes like that, it's two different ways that you can learn. I'm gonna teach you in a fun way, like I mean, you got the connection because you from Virginia, I'm from Memphis, so you got that connection with your culture, and you got somebody that also that has lived in Mexico for close to 6 years. It'll be 6 years March the 10th. March the 10th will be exactly 6 years. So you got somebody that can take you to Mexico virtually and they can still meet you in the South because this is where I'm from. This is originally where I'm from. So that's why people surprised. And then I speak French. Now I don't think my French is exactly on the same level as my Spanish, but I'm conversational with French. I say in French I'm like a higher intermediate, and it's because like I said I never really been to France, but I what I do now is the same thing I do was doing in Spanish years ago. What I do is I watch stuff only in French. Sometimes I watch stuff in Spanish. I be watching the Parkers, yeah. I be loving the Parkers. It's my show right there. But I do mostly everything in French. Yeah, but I don't use French in Mexico just because it's like, okay, there's really no need to use it here. But I be doing videos in French, so they help me improve. So either way, like I say, in French, I'm like a higher intermediate, at least about a B2. And then in Spanish, like close to native, because like I said, I've been in Mexico for 6 years, almost 6 years. Yeah, so what do you like about the channel so far is what I gotta ask you because I remember your comments from a while back, and I didn't do any live videos before because I just wasn't that motivated to feel that, that I would build momentum or that, people would really come on. But I just slowly but surely started to do it more once I started to see more comments on my videos. So what drew you with the channel? Because I've been doing really both for the longest. I've been doing the languages and I've been doing the dancing, but those for a long time. And we almost at 5,000. Yeah, and I want to thank you for your likes. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. I be reading your comments. Yeah, but you say you're not a dummy though. Like I say, you gotta really learn it. Like, in school, it's not designed, in my opinion, to teach you to really speak. It's not really designed for that. It's an academic type of language that's different than just learning it and picking it up. It's not the same thing. It's kind of like when you go to driving school, and you in driving school, they can give you the book and you can study on how to drive, right? You can, because I had to take the driver's test. I'm sure you had to take the driver's test at one point. You can learn, but you got to actually get behind the wheel and you got to drive. It's like the same thing. So in school, what you probably was learning, and you want to say you're a dummy, but you're not. You're not. It's just a certain way you have to do it to really learn. Okay, you said the most I like I have to say was your dancing, LOL, but I was absolutely proud to see you spoke. Yes, yes, and that's what get a lot of people because they hear that southern accent and they'll never think that I speak other languages. I'm finna take a screenshot of this because I post y'all comments too. Yeah, that's what get a lot of people is because the accent. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't expect somebody black to be honest. Like just in my everyday experience, what I have seen, I'm not saying that no other black person speaks Spanish. I'm not saying it depends on normally if they've learned like I learned or if they, maybe live in a very high Spanish population area. Normally they do speak it, but where I'm from, it wasn't something that was just common. It just wasn't. So I remember I had an interview back in 2012. I was just talking about this too before you got on. And I was saying that I didn't talk about this, but I talked about it before. I was in an interview for my first real interpreting job back in 2012. And it was to work at the health department. And I came in very prepared, like with my certificate, because to be an interpreter, you have to get a certificate. You have to go through a program, 40 hours to be a medical interpreter. And they didn't think I spoke Spanish just because I was black. So the woman is in there. She interviewing me. She didn't know Spanish herself. She's a black woman. We all black. And she had some flashcards or whatever trying to just test me because it had the translations on it. And I knew everything on there that she was saying. And she was like, you know what, we gonna she pretty much told me she was gonna hire me. So she called a nurse, llamó la enfermera. So that's how you say she called, like ella llamó a la enfermera. She called the nurse of the clinic that I was gonna be working in. And she was like, I heard the person on the speakerphone, it was like, well, how you gonna speak Spanish and he black? And I was like, I got in their clinic and I showed them. So yes, thank you. So just to really give y'all really a, a really good understanding of what my channel is about. Like I have said this in plenty of videos, I do 90s music. That's why I got the shirt right there. I do 90s. I touch on the 80s. I touch on the early 2000s. So it's basically like a nostalgia type channel. Yeah, it's a nostalgia type channel. But at the same time, it has the language concept added to it. Speaking French and speaking Spanish. And that's it. Yeah, that's really the channel. So if you like languages, or you like the R&B, old school, that's what I do. I do the dance, and I do all of it. And I don't know any other channel, to be honest, and not trying to brag. But yeah, it was crazy, right? Like she didn't think I spoke Spanish because I was black. Like she didn't. But where I'm from, I have never, myself, to be honest, I have never seen anybody where I'm from in Memphis that was a Spanish interpreter that really spoke it on the level that I speak it on. I have never seen. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not, but I have never, like when I would go to my interpreting appointments, because I used to go to interpret in person. In person, I used to go, and I don't do it now. I just only do online now. But it was in Delaware. I would go and I could see the interpreters signing in. Like when you go there, you see the log of interpreters, and people put their names, and you see like Rodriguez, you see like Hernandez. You see all these Spanish names, and then you look at mine and it say Hill, and I'm like, so yeah, I'm just at a point in my life where I value more of what I do, and like I said, that's why I'm building my site because I'm trying to really get more and more independent because I know I'm talented, and ain't nobody gonna recognize your value like you do. You know what I'm saying? Not the exact same way, especially if you're working for a company or working for, ain't nobody gonna recognize you like you do or like people that's genuine that really, see you for who you are and really, support you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this would inspire me to do it. And I'm telling you, every day I've been thinking about giving up on these lies, but I've been on it. I've been just motivated. For some reason, I just been motivated. It's just been there. Like genuinely, I just been motivated. I guess I feel like, okay, I have nothing to lose. I'm 37. I've been doing this for who knows how long. Like I interpreting probably at least about 12 years. Like, cause I had some call center jobs, but I always was working bilingual jobs. Like, how do you say job in Spanish? Trabajo. Trabajo. So that's how you say job. You want to say job in Spanish? You say trabajo. And how would I say I live in Mexico? Vivo en Mexico. Vivo in Mexico. So if you want to say I live, you say vivo. Vivo means I live. So, but like I said, you can learn definitely on my site. I was at an event they were having where they were giving free medical care because there was a lot of Hispanic. They needed an interpreter. This doctor could not speak to a patient, and said where he is. Okay, well, how long ago was that? Because I'm like, you can tell them about my website. Be like, russelltrilingual.com, hire me. I'm already doing the work that I do on my website for a lot of professionals already. Like, I'm already doing it. And like I said, I've been doing it over the phone for 6 years. So I do legal, I do medical, I do schools, I do all of it. Yep, and I just took a test for legal Spanish and I just passed it. So I gotta also do like it was an oral test, like oral. So I gotta also do a written, like it's like a written, like a final exam. So I'm hoping to pass that. But yeah, if you want somebody to speak Spanish, definitely me. But how long ago was that? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find all the people that need it so they can go to my website because I also offer that on my website too. I don't just do the teaching Spanish and English and French. I also do the interpretation. So that's another service I offer on my website. Cause I mean I'm already doing it freelance for other clients, but like I'm saying, I'm trying to be on my own lane. I'm finna translate what you just told me. Hear your message. So you say estaba en un evento y estaban regalando cosas médicas gratuitas, ¿ok? Y como había muchas personas hispanas, ellos necesitaban un intérprete. Y el médico no hablaba a los pacientes. No podía hablar con los pacientes. Okay, so that's what you just said. I just translate. This site translation right there. Those was about two. Oh, eso fue hace 2 meses. So that's what you just said. Eso fue hace 2 meses. So that was 2 months ago. Eso fue hace 2 meses. That's how you say it in Spanish. That was 2 months ago. Eso fue hace 2 meses. See, it's so natural because I've been in Mexico for like 6 years almost. And not even because of it. Like I said, I've been doing this for so long, being an interpreter. And then the crazy thing about it, they would hire people that's not really, like, I'm just being honest. Like you have some companies that's just so greedy and they'll just hire somebody even if they not that good at the language. You know what I'm saying? So that's how some of them work, the companies. So I want to make sure my company is the best, one of the best at least. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's no problem. I mean, I'm just glad that you here and that out because I swear, like when I say I swear, like every day I've been connecting, I've been saying like, dang, I just wish at least one person will connect that have commented on my videos. I wished it. Like, and it's just all of a sudden I was about to get off. I almost about to disconnect because I'm like, okay, I pretty much talked a lot and I got a little engagement, but boom, you pop right up, and I'm like, that's what I've been wanting. I'm like, I want to connect more with the people that really watch my videos, that engage, that like I'm trying to connect more with those people. And I'm glad that you're here. And you say you really like the dancing. I'm glad. I'm glad that you do. I've been doing. You say you are so right, and some hire based on right, right. They do, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I got such a strong character. I mean, I've always got hired and never had a problem with getting hired at the places I've been hired at for some reason. I don't even know why. Like even though, like I was telling you the story about me sort of kind of being discriminated about somebody else that was black like me because they was like, how you gonna speak Spanish because he black. But I can never tell you a time that I've really had a problem in getting hired as an interpreter. I don't know what it is, but I've never had it. Never. I can't think of one time where I didn't get the job and it was like an interpreting job for me to interpret. I've always got it. Like any in-person job I've had. And I've always talked directly to, because I remember one time I worked at a clinic and it was they was Mexican and I came in speaking Spanish. That was like in 2011. And I don't think my Spanish was just as good as it is now, but a lot of the times they just really need somebody to communicate. Hold on, let me take a screenshot of this. You said you are so right in some. Okay, it's your great personality, which is yeah. I never thought about it though. I've never thought about it until now. I mean, well, not until now. I mean, I just never. I think it's that. I think it's that. And like I say, I'm not just an interpreter. That's what I had. I just had the situation. I'm gonna tell you. I had a situation where I had to turn somebody down. It was this company, and I work as a freelancer now, so I kind of work on two different platforms. But it was this one platform that was like not willing to negotiate my rate with me. They was like not willing to. And I'm at this point where I demand my value at this point. Like I'm not just going to take like crumbs or take anything that's I feel like that I'm worth more, because I understand that you got people, middlemen that try to exploit you or try to, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're not willing to value you. So I had this one company, I had to tell them no. And I typed up an email and told them, you know how when you get like the rejection and they be like, oh, after careful consideration, we decided to pursue other candidates. I typed the one for myself for them and told them, you know, I wasn't agreeing with the rate that they was offering me. And it's just because I know my value, you know. Yeah, so I had to tell them, you know, I couldn't take that. And that's why I'm building my own lane. You said issue great, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely is. I had a good conversation with the person I was talking to, and they was like, you know, because I had a whole conversation in Spanish with them. Like I was talking like in English first, and then I had a whole yeah. That's what I told them. I was like, you know, because the reason I did that was because I can sort of understand the way companies operate. Like I've been in the game for so long, and I know that they're dynamic what they use. So, and then I'm like I'm 10 steps ahead of them because, like I said, I've been interpreting for a long time, so I know my value at this point. Um, I just know, you know, I look at myself as a product when I'm selling myself to really anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like even just me talking, doing the live, or me doing my videos, and the way you selling yourself to the people. It doesn't have to always be money. So in that case, I feel like I had a whole conversation with the person over the phone. I told them, you know, I'm black. I learned Spanish on my own. I even talked Spanish the whole time. And the rate was just by like 2 cents difference, like the negotiation. And they was not willing to even budge. Like, so I was like, no, I can't do it just because it's like, for some reason, people don't understand sometimes that time is worth way more than money. And that's what my head is at now. Like my time is worth way more than any money that anybody can pay me. So there's no way that I could take something because you gotta understand when you taking something extra, you gotta take your time. I would have had to study for something for them, and I feel like they didn't value my time, so it was like I just couldn't take that. And I want to tell everybody else that like when you really value your time, I think that's something we should all value. Like you know, because you can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. So, and that's what I do. You can't get your time back. So yeah, I typed up an email just like that, and I told him, you know, I couldn't take it just because. Now before I had experience, I probably would have took it. Before I had experience, I probably would have took it. I'm 100%. I probably would have took it. I ain't gonna say I would have took it, but it's just by me knowing you are a product, and people try to, you know, not everybody, but people try to use right because I would have been making money for them anyway, right? So it's like, why would I? Your piece is everything. I agree. Your piece is everything. You know, but because sometimes people just don't look at it like that. People look at that. I mean, I'm not saying the money is not necessary. I'm not saying it, but to get to where I got to, like as far as having my website, I needed time. You know, and this is just an example. Like if I would have took on a full time job at a certain point, I wouldn't have been able to get to. Time is everything. You know, time is really, yeah. They making money off time, you know. So I just look at time. I mean, even if they would have paid me what I wanted, it still wouldn't have been worth more than what my time is worth, you know. But they're gonna prey on people that don't think like that, you know. When the people that don't think like that, that's the ones that they really want. They want somebody that don't really think like that. And like I say, sometimes people just in the point where they just really need money. You know, I can't. I think this you know, different stroke for different folks. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't blame nobody for taking it if they really, really need it. You know, but I'm thankful that I don't need it like really desperately need it. You know. Hey y'all, whoever else in here, we got a couple people watching. I thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you so much. It's crazy how you from Virginia, so you know about the down south stuff. This what's up. Yeah, I've been watching The Park because it's one of my favorite shows. I don't really watch a lot of stuff in Spanish like I used to because I'm like always surrounded by Spanish. But yeah, yeah. But if you know somebody need an interpreter, just tell them about the site, tell them that they can. And this thing I've been sort of kind of struggling with. I've been trying to get like even like a few clients will be like cool to kind of sort of get my business running a little bit more. Cause I'm just like I be interpreting almost every day. Like, but like I say, I do freelancing right now. So it's like it's not really directly through me. You like the Parkers too? Okay. Hey, boo. Hey, Professor Ogilvy. Yeah. So yeah, on my side, you gonna get the black culture on there for sure, and you gonna get the Spanish and the French. But yeah, I love. They have me tripping. Hey, Professor Ogilvy. She tripped me out, and then uh, ready to party. This Kim. Yeah, I think my favorite character on there probably would be. I think Kim. I think Kim like my favorite one. I mean, I like Nikki too though. Or maybe I think Kim. I want to say Nikki though. I'll probably say Kim though. Kim really the one that made me laugh a lot, like a lot of time. But still Nikki too. It's like both of them really. Yeah, y'all tap y'all screen tap like on the screen, tap like on the screen. So, what music do you normally like to hear? That's one thing I do want to ask, because I'm sure you probably like the music on my channel, or like the music I post and stuff like that. Sometimes I post something kind of popular, and sometimes I post something that I just like. Mostly it's always what I like, really. But just sometimes the stuff I post end up, Kim come by and she was, yes, Kim is so slow. I'm watching it right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like that. And I'm watching it. I'm on season 3, but I didn't seen it like the whole season once. And I like the Golden Girls too, to be honest. Don't get me wrong. I love the Golden Girls. Like, my grandma, she got me, well, she didn't get me on it, but a lot of my nostalgia come from my grandma, me growing up in the 90s. Because, like I said, I still grew up in the 90s. Born 88, late 80s, but I still grew up and was exposed to a lot in the 90s. I know my grandma, she used to like Golden Girls, Park, because I grew up on that. Yep, so I'm glad. I'm gonna get some more. You said I'm a 70s, 80s, and some 90s. Okay. Sound like you pushing more on the 70s and 80s, but you like some 90s. Okay. Okay. I touch on some 80s, like more like the late 80s and stuff like that. And I might throw some 70s in there every now and then, like some Donna Summer. I think Donna Summer like early 80s or something like that. But yeah, but it's mainly 90s and then some 80s, like late 80s, like Bobby Brown type thing like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep doing the 90s and I'm gonna keep doing those 80s. And like I said, I can might throw some 70s in there because I did grow up on some 70s too. Because even though I didn't grow up in the 70s, in the 90s, being around my family, a lot of times they was listening to music from the 70s, even some from like the late 60s, Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross. So I definitely love them. Tina Turner, yeah, we listen to all that. We was. And the Parkers is early 2000s. This crazy. Well, it's 99. It actually came out in 99. We lost a lot of great singers. Yeah. We lost Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, um, just a lot of different people. Like, the list goes on and on. I mean, I'm Left Eye. I gotta say Left Eye too. From TLC. Selena, her father just passed. If you don't know it, Selena's father, her dad had just passed about like what last week or something. Or it's been about 4 or 5 days ago, something like that. He just passed. Was his name Abraham Quintanilla? Abraham Quintanilla Jr. He just passed, and we watched that movie in Spanish class. But yeah, we lost, and that's why I want to go back to. That's why I think time is so important because you just never know how long you ever have. So it's just like your time is more important. That's why I value that every single day. Money is important, but time is just you can't. It's priceless. You said Marvin Gaye had a ooh. You feel like a family member, to be honest, because actually my brother likes that song. Like, he actually told me about it because he said Marvin Gaye got the best rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. because Marvin Gaye did it in his own way, and I listened to it. I listened to it, so he did it. I need to start talking about this stuff too, like on my videos too. Start talking about, and this is what I call it. Like the stuff we talking about now is sort of part of like the vibe zone, and the vibe zone is where I do '90s. I talk about the nostalgia, but yeah, I like Whitney Houston too. My favorite one is really Whitney Houston, but Marvin Gaye probably have to be second to me, just personally. But I mean, he got his own, he did that because it was like different than any other rendition that they have ever had did of it. And Whitney Houston is another person we lost. I hate that we lost her. And I hate that she lost her voice because I'm like, Whitney Houston was just like, man, like you can't, couldn't nobody touch Whitney Houston. Couldn't nobody. Whitney Houston, you said, oh wow, no, I didn't know he passed. I was a Selena fan, listened to her music in Spanish, didn't understand. Yeah, he did. He did pass. It was just like about, I think last week he passed. It was definitely last week. It wasn't this week. It was last week. I don't remember the exact date. But yeah. And I hate that she died at such a young age, that her life was taken away from her. That was just crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I cried when we watched the movie. I ain't gonna not lie. I had watched the movie, I think, when I was a teenager. And when it happened, I was like, man, it was just so sad because she was just 23. And you know, just by me looking at how so many people lost their lives being so young, it just make you look at life just in a different way, you know. You just like, damn, and they didn't know. You know, people that passed, they didn't know that they had X amount of time left, you know what I'm saying? They was so young, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I never now take nothing for granted. Like when it come down to my family, you know, calling people, checking on them. I mean, it don't cost you nothing to do that, you know. So as I am older now than before, I just like you just can't. You can't take it for granted. And I tell my sister that, I tell my family that I'm like, I can't do that because it's like you don't know. Like all the people that we saying really didn't know. You know. Well, I can't say what a person knew or didn't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like people that get killed and stuff like that don't be knowing that they may have so much of time or so little time. You just really don't know. Yeah. But yeah, Selena, she was definitely the bomb. Like I love her music too. I like her English songs and then I like a couple of her Spanish songs too. Like that dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I love it right there. I was just wondering, what was she if she was still living? She would definitely be big right now. That's what I was thinking, and I was thinking of her probably doing a song with Aaliyah or something like that. You said yes, and the person who unalived her recently went up for parole, but they didn't. Yeah, yeah, the person that did, the lady that killed her. Yeah, she went up for parole and they denied her. She been in there 30 years. Yeah, she been in there 30 years. That's a long time, but I mean, that she shouldn't have did that. I mean, that was just that girl was only 23 years old. 23 years old when she died. So that was crazy how she took her life at such a young age. And I just heard she was like jealous of her. And when I go back and look at like her old videos, like Selena videos, I almost feel like I knew her. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at, and then she was from Texas, so it just she looked like somebody I could have knew. Even though, like I said, I know I was really young then, but it's crazy. Yeah. So what's for Christmas dinner? Are you cooking dinner? What's going on? Like spending time with your family? Somebody asked me what I want for Christmas. I was like, I just want to continue to grow my brand and build my business. That's the only thing I want. You know, because I mean, I feel like why wait until Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Just to say what you want, or just to say, why even wait for the new year to come to say what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like every day you should be building, or you should be engaging in what you want, or have that in your mind. You know. You said yes. I was watching it on television when they were trying to get reroute to. Oh wow! So you really experienced it at the time that it happened. Okay. Yeah, that was in 95. That was quite a while. It's been 30 years. Almost closer to 31 now, but yeah, I would be mad too. Because it's like, well, what would drive a person to do that? I just can't see it. It's crazy. And it's something that people will never forget. Because people still talk about her today as if it happened yesterday. People still talk about Selena, and yeah, it's crazy. But I heard she was like jealous or something like that, jealous of her, something like that. But yeah, it's crazy. Just going back in time and just seeing what happened. Like I actually heard the recording, cause they got like a recording where the lady she talking yeah, like she like locked herself in a truck or something, and she talking like about like crying and stuff. Yeah, but it's crazy, and I'm sure she gotta live with that for life, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how she feel, but I mean, just as a human being, I would think that, man, if you did something like that, I mean, it's something you gotta live with for life. Cause yeah, she probably thinking about that every single day as if it just happened. I don't know though. I can't really speak for her, but I'm just saying that would be something that I couldn't see how nobody could even live with that, like with a clear conscience. Even if it was 30 years ago, I can't see how somebody could live with a clear conscience. Like it'd be like you pretty much dead because you gotta live with it and relive it probably mentally, like every day forever. You said I don't cook traditional dinner. I have mac and cheese, string beans, steak tips. Okay, this steak tips just made my taste buds water. And you said in chicken fingers, early church service, then over to my niece's house. I really want to stay in bed and watch movies. Okay, okay, that sounds like a plan. I mean, it really transports me down south. I mean, I'm technically down south being in Mexico. I'm down south technically, like all the way down south. So you said that you don't cook tradition. I don't blame you. Like I'm just gonna cook a turkey breast. I'm gonna make that sweet potato pie. I gotta make the sweet potato pie, and I think probably like some yeah, mac and cheese, and then I think some mashed potatoes, and that's it. And I might make some of this punch. It's like a Mexican punch, like ponche navideño. That's how you call it, ponche navideño, which means it's Christmas punch. So I might make that, but I definitely gonna make what I was just saying. But yeah, you gonna eat good though. You're gonna eat real good. That mac and cheese. There's definitely people down south love some mac and cheese, green beans. I ain't had that in a little minute. It's been a while. Well, no, I had some, but the kinds I buy in Mexico is like it's not canned. It's just like you go to the market and you just grab them. They call ejotes. So that's how you say it in Spanish. Ejotes. It's string beans, green beans, really, right? But we call them string beans. But green beans, yeah, string beans. I think that's like we just say string beans. Okay, and some chicken fingers. The chicken, everything sounds good. You finna throw down. You said, oh, I do some egg now. You about to turn up, ain't it? You about to turn up? Oh, turn up, turn up. I'm finna turn up this weekend too. I turn up. I'm telling you, turning up is what it is. Anytime I'm worried and I'm like, am I gonna make it? Is things gonna turn out right? I turn up. That's what inspired me to do my videos. I drink tequila though. I drink some tequila. Yeah, tequila or beer, wine. I had turkey and have, but that sound good. The eggnog with some vodka, they do definitely sound good. Like a little slow turn up, like a slow turn up. Put on your R&B, like get into your music. That's all I need. I hit the club though sometimes too. I be hitting the club sometimes too though. But you said I had turkey and half for Thanksgiving. I get tired of the same food. I know this right. Same food every time. I love some dressing. I used to eat chillings. I stopped eating chillings though. My mom was like, "I'm cooking some chillings." They were like, "They got like 5 buckets or 6, 7 buckets or something like that." I'm like, "Dang, y'all gonna have a chilling fest." But I don't eat chillings no more. I used to, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When my cousin, she had she got a lot of kids, right? She got 7 now. Okay, one of my cousins. But at the time, I was living at home with my aunt, and this was in Memphis, Tennessee. And they always used to cook chillings around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Definitely Thanksgiving. And she had her son, my cousin's son, was a little baby. She had like 2 little babies. So I walk in, I get off work, I get off work, um, and I thought like, wow, this house has a smell. Somebody must did not change their baby pamper. That's what I thought. And I go in the kitchen, I look down, it's a bucket, and my auntie is cleaning some chillings. So I'm like, dang, I thought she was changing the baby diaper. But I'm not gonna lie, I used to eat chillings. I just stopped eating pork though. But I used to. I used to. I used to tear them things up like the vinegar, some hot sauce on them. I just stopped eating them though. Cause I just want to stop eating pork altogether. But everything else I eat. I'm not lying. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Yeah, cause the baby was like a little baby at this time, right? And I came home from work, so and normally at times they would be changing the baby diaper. So I'm like, okay, this the first thing I thought. I go in the kitchen and she cleaning chillings, and I'm like, so you gotta clean them things really good. But the crazy thing about it, I still eat this dish called menudo, and it's a Mexican dish, and they technically use the intestines of a cow. And then I eat tacos de tripa. Tacos de tripa, this like is cow intestine tacos. I mean, I eat that. So, but yeah, I just stopped eating pork altogether. I just stopped because I just felt like I don't like pork. It just wasn't my thing. Because I was like, I want to give up at least one thing, and I'm like, I'll give up. I can get it up easy. Chicken, I can't get. I gotta have my wings. I gotta have that. My hot wings, church's chicken, you name it. Put my pepper on there. I gotta have it. I'm in Mexico and still eating church's chicken. Ain't this crazy? Still eating Popeyes. It's crazy. Like, but I be still eating that stuff too. But yeah, I gotta have it. Chicken about the only thing that'd be hard for me to give up. Like I can't give up chicken. I could probably give up beef before chicken. Chicken, you said never was a fan of pork. My mom said I was a picky child. I wouldn't eat none of it because, oh yeah, the smell. But at first I was okay with it because I guess I grew up in the environment, so it was cool. But I don't know. I think also because people was telling me like it caused high blood pressure, and like I say, it may not even be true stuff people was telling me. But you know how I had like a person I was working at this furniture store one time in 2011, and this older guy was like, cause I had got some McDonald's and I had like some pork sausage on there, and he was like, you know what, don't eat pork because it'll run your blood pressure up. And like I said, I know it's a way you could probably do it, and it's not, everything in moderation, but it just wasn't never something I had to have. You know what I'm saying? It just was easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if it was something I really love, I'd still be eating it, no matter what. Like church chicken. Yeah, church chicken. You said is the best in price. What you said, some church's chicken, man. Especially back in like it's still good, definitely good. But back in the day prices, you remember them prices like back in the day, we talking about like the 90s. That's the furthest I can go back, really, the 90s. And when you remember Aunt Esther off Sanford and Son, she was older, but she would do like the church chicken commercials. Like, man, it used to be the bomb back then. When she was doing the commercials, man, and like I say back then, I remember we was getting like a 10 piece for like 6, 7.99. I'm like probably like 9.99 or something like that. You can get a whole 10 piece for a family, get you an 8 piece. It's done gone up now, but man, churches you gotta. You gonna make me go get some. I'll run and get some right now. Cause we talking about it, but I got something else I want to eat though first. So, but man, I should have this tomorrow for Christmas. But nah, I already got what I'm gonna get. But I'm gonna definitely have to go back and get some. Their churches be like that. I don't know if you heard of Jack Purtle's too. That's in Memphis. This in Memphis. It's only in Memphis though. You probably unless you done been to Memphis. I don't know if you've been to Memphis, but Jack Purtle's is like a chicken spot too. That's what I need to do. I need to start talking a little bit more about my about this stuff in my videos too. Like about y'all remember church chicken. Y'all remember the prices in the 90s. I need to talk about that. Maybe what's better between churches and Popeyes and stuff like that. Cause I like Popeyes too though. Popeyes good too. I don't think there's no chicken place that I can say that I just don't like. Like it's so hard for me to just be like I don't like it. I think every chicken place. What about you? I think every chicken place. I never tried nothing that I just didn't like. KFC I still liked it. I only been to what's Pigeon Forge? What's that? I never heard of it. Pigeon Forge. My life is doing good. I thank you so much for coming in here and for the time, we talking and stuff. It's really good. It's really popping. Yep. I also have an Instagram too. I'm on there. TikTok, all the platforms. Yeah. Hopefully people come back and watch the live again. They'll come back and watch it again. I had got a comment from you off one of my pictures. I think I post the 90s. Yeah, because I posted the video. I posted a picture when I was like a little kid. That was me in 95 actually, because I was going to this school called Florida Elementary. And I'm thankful to be born in the late 80s so I could at least catch the 90s. And this school was, I was going there from like to the third grade. Yep, I was going to school back in Memphis, Tennessee. But I never heard of Pigeon Forge. What is that? Church chicken be good with them biscuits, that pepper. I never really liked they spicy chicken though. Like I like they I always like the regular. Tennessee like the area dollar. Oh, it's a huge. Yeah. The thing about it is I'm really familiar with Memphis and then I passed through Nashville one time. But an interesting fact, I don't know how interesting it is, but when I was like in my late like 19, 20, I used to actually perform on Beale Street and they called me the Beale Street Michael Jackson back years ago. I used to be down there. So I was doing my thing. And I knew I had talent then because people was like, the band would be down there playing and I'll come down there and dance and then everybody start looking at me dancing. And they'd be like, the band was like, oh, you taking out money, you know what I'm saying? But we ended up kind of sort of sharing the money and stuff that I was making back then. It was just like a little extra money. But yeah, I never been to that. That's interesting. I only, because I'm from Memphis, I wasn't no person that was just always out in those streets and in the hood and stuff like that. I lost a cousin at 21 years old. He was 21. That was crazy. His brother's still here, but yeah, he was dealing with some drugs and got shot. And that was like just like it was sad. Cause he was really young. You know what I'm saying? So I never been no person like in the streets or nothing like that. I feel like I was from the hood, but I wasn't of the hood, if that make any sense. Like I'm from the hood. So I still was exposed to the hood, but I'm not really of the hood. But yeah, he had died at such a young age and we had grew up together and everything. So yeah, so in a nutshell, what makes we stay in the mountains, in the cabinet, and the bears are crazy. We couldn't go out until they would leave. Oh wow, you really was in the mountains. You really was out in the nowhere. Bears, wow. You really from the country. Or where you stayed at was in the country. Yeah, yeah. It was my cousin. He was 21 years old. And what happened was he was selling drugs. And it was he was living with his grandma, which is my aunt. And he was not supposed to, like, okay, you know how, well, I don't know if you know how the drug stuff work, but he was on this particular person block, and they were saying, you know, you cannot come on this block and sell because this is my block. You know what I'm saying? They was telling him, you can't come here, you can't do it. So he just did it anyway. You know, he was like, forget that. Like, I'm still gonna do it. So what ended up happening, at least from what I heard, okay? Because I never was there, but it was just like I heard it. And it was like, when he ran from the person, ran home to his grandma's house, right? Ran to her house. So the other person chased him down and shot him in the back. And his grandma came out her house and she found him in her backyard. Now, from what I understand, is that if he had lived, because with a bullet hit him in the back, like it damaged like some type of artery, he would have been paralyzed from his, I think, waist down. Like, it was really sad. So it was like, you know, it was crazy, you know. And I just mentioned it because you bringing up, you know, we talking about Tennessee and we talking about, you know, just how you know, gotta appreciate time and not taking it for granted. It was crazy though. Yeah. I understand we grew up in the hood as well, but we didn't allow our life to become a part of the streets. I did too, and sometimes you know, I don't try to just really just look at a person that's, you know, living their life and judge them on it, because they mom really was like, had some mental issues at a certain point in our life. So I mean, I'm not making an excuse, but I just think that they can kind of sort of, you know, drive a person, you know, if they didn't feel loved, or if they didn't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything starts from when you growing up, you young, you a baby. It's not an excuse, you know, but I just think that some of that could have probably drove him to do that. You know, maybe he felt like it was no other way and stuff like that. But like I said, we was close growing up. We was really close growing up. So it wasn't like, he wasn't like that growing up, you know, when we was growing up. But you know, as you get older and you get into growing to your own stage, you know, you grew up as kids, y'all good and stuff, and then you get to a point where you kind of go your way, they go their way. And his brother is still here. But yeah, it was said he was only 21, and it's just to say he was only 21 is just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, life is really short, and I'm sure he didn't know. That's what I was going back and saying, you know, earlier when we was talking about, you know, talking about Selena and talking about just different people that lost their lives. Like, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say live every day like it's your last. Every day, like, live it, like, appreciate every day. That's what I'm saying. That's why when I get together with my family and stuff, I try to just go. You know, I just be like, you know, because I don't know. You really don't know when you people just take stuff for granted too much. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, the more I get older and see things, I'm like, no, there's no way that I can. I had lost an aunt too, and it's been like, that was like in 2015. Yeah, I had lost an aunt too, so it's just losing people just make you look at life different. You know, it makes you look at it different. You don't look at it the same way. You said, oh yes, and some of them grew up real poor to being hungry. We were never hungry, poor, but never went without. Yeah, so I definitely know this struggle. I definitely know this struggle. Like, when I lived with my grandma, she couldn't give me anything that I wanted because I wasn't raised with my mom, but I lived with my grandma. And like I say, being a child, you growing up, you kind of like, I want this, I want that, you want everything. But now when I look back, I'm like, okay, she was on a fixed income. She didn't really have the money to afford the things that I was wanting as a kid. But I look back at it, I'm like, well, we still always ate food. We never was just without it, you know. But you got some people without it. I actually had a person in Mexico that's not long ago. I think this been like about a month ago now, and I was in the store with my phone out and stuff like that, just recording a little video I was doing. And they just automatically just suddenly came up to me and was like, "Can you buy me like some food? Just honestly buy them some food." Like, it was like some tuna and some crackers. Like, I bought. That's what they wanted, and it was like a free cans of it. So I was like, yeah, like I couldn't even say no. You know what I'm saying? Because man, just imagine, and we sometimes we can complain, but we really be in such a place where we should be thankful. You know what I'm saying? So hey, yeah, hey Veronica Wilson again. Hey, thank you. We still here. We still talking. We still here. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so happy. You just don't know. That's like my Christmas present actually. That I got somebody on here that's actually that has seen the videos that I have been able to do a live with. I'm glad that somebody connected. You said I was watching your YouTube. Yeah. Okay. So they was watching my YouTube. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna get there. I'm definitely growing on YouTube. I definitely want to keep putting my story out there. Like when I first came to Mexico, it was like 2020. We was going through the pandemic, so I've been here for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? Actually, before I came, after I had came, I was here for like a few days, and they shut the airport down. They shut them down, so I've been over here ever since that time. Ever since that time, I've been over here in Mexico. So it's just something. And it's definitely different. The life over here than over there is not the exact same. It is different, but I'm so used to it now that it's like, okay, I still Southern. You can't take the boy out the South. Well, you can take the South out the boy, but you can't take the you can wait. You can take the boy out the South, but you can't take the South out the boy. That's what I always say. Like you can't take it out. I don't care how long I'm in Mexico. I'm still gonna be Southern, but like I can switch up in Spanish too. And when I first started, there was a lot of people that was on my channel that spoke like I was speaking just only Spanish. If you go back to my previous videos, I was speaking just 100% Spanish, 100% Spanish. Yeah, but I'm over here in Mexico, all the way in Mexico. I be talking to my mom, and my mom be like, "How's the weather in Mexico?" Yep, I'm gonna keep posting videos. If y'all, what y'all want to see more though, just to kind of sort of get an idea. Like, what do y'all like? I know you said dancing though, so I'm gonna keep dancing. I just did a few dance videos. I'm gonna keep doing that. Y'all motivate me a lot too. A sweet potato pie. I'm gonna make that tomorrow. Sweet potato pie. I gotta have my sweet potato pie. I'm gonna make it from scratch too. I know how to make it from scratch. Like I make my own crust and then I make my I get the sweet potatoes and I do that and make it. So I'm definitely gonna eat. I can't have no holiday without no sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie, I don't know. I gotta do sweet potato. I gotta do a sweet potato pie. Sweet potato. Yeah, but what would y'all like to see just more, like just to kind of get an idea? I imagine probably dancing, right? But at the same time, I'm also trying to just put my languages out there. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. So one thing before we just get off the live, before we gonna be on here for a little. Well, I don't know how long because I'm about to eat in a minute. But what Christmas movie y'all gonna watch? Y'all know what Christmas movie y'all watch? When Christmas come around, you may watch your movies and stuff. I already know what I'm gonna watch. I want to hear from y'all first. What movie y'all gonna watch? You said and be loud and proud. Oh, thank you. What movie y'all gonna watch for Christmas? Because I'm gonna tell y'all which one I'm gonna watch. But first, you gonna watch The Grinch? Okay, okay. I like The Grinch. I do like The Grinch. I like the one with Jim Carrey, but I like the one. I like the one. Okay, dancing, of course, but yes, I definitely. Okay, okay. So dancing, of course. Okay, so yep. Go to the website and just book an appointment. You can actually send me an email. It's a call button on there. So yeah. So you say dancing, of course, but definitely. Let me take a screenshot of this. Yeah, what Christmas movie y'all gonna watch though? And tell anybody else too. Like if you know somebody need interpreting, you could send them to my channel. A Wonderful Life. I get to get. Oh, okay. I love it. 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 I love talking to real people that really, can feel, the spirit. They can feel, the moment. A Wonderful. I never see. I never seen it before. But you know what I'm gonna watch? I'm gonna watch A Christmas Story. I'm gonna watch A Christmas Story. That's the one I'm gonna watch. A Christmas Story. I like Home Alone 3 actually is one of my favorite ones, even though people like 1 and 2, but I like 3. That one came out in '97, but I'm gonna watch A Christmas Story. Y'all know that that's a classic, and it just seemed like it's so relaxing and just like I gotta watch it. It's just so like simple and clean comedy. So I'm gonna definitely put that on. So I'm gonna put that on. Then I'm gonna cook my turkey breast and mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. You said I sing in the shower and my mom thinks I'm crazy. Okay, let your mom think you crazy. But you know what? That's what kept me going. What I do now, because somebody's gonna always criticize you no matter what. So you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You selling yourself 24/7 to. I'm selling myself to y'all right now. It ain't about the money. It's about time. It's about connecting. It's about a lot. So just always value yourself. Can't nobody. If you don't believe in you, you can't believe in nobody else. You say a lot of people watch A Christmas Story. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people watch A Christmas Story. That's a classic movie. Nothing wrong with singing in the shower. Yeah, I be singing, and I be listening to some Anita Baker too. Like when I was living in Delaware, I used to go out on the weekend, get dressed up, be listening to some Anita Baker, get my drink on. You would know about my channel that it's got a vibe to it. Like I definitely vibe. Like I definitely got it. I'm not no boring. Like I gotta have some vibe on my channel. So I think people can feel that in my videos that okay, yeah, he vibe. Like he turn up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I turn up because time is short. Time is short. I turn up because of that. That's why I turn up. And we almost hit 5,000 followers. That's crazy. I think when you was coming, because I remember your name for a long time, Pepper MT Area. I remember your name for a long time. And I think I probably was like it maybe 1,000, 2,000, like 2,000 followers or something like that. Now I'm up to like close to 5,000. So I'm getting up there. And like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't believe in myself to be honest. I did not believe in myself. But I kept telling myself, well, if you can work for companies and you can have these jobs that you've had, you can definitely put your own time into growing your business and becoming the person that you want to become. It's just you have to just do it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody perfect. All right, y'all, but I'm going to cook me something to eat now in a minute because I'm like in a minute. I'm gonna probably study some French though. I gotta watch some in French. Like my French is good. Je parle le français très bien. Mon français. Like in French, how do you say Merry Christmas? Joyeux Noël. Joyeux Noël. Hmm. And I could say I'm talking to you in French. Je suis en train de parler avec vous. So I speak French too, but I'm about to get me something to eat in a minute. Get to some French. Y'all watch our movies. A Wonderful Life. I gotta look up A Wonderful Life because I never seen A Wonderful Life. I gotta look that one up. But I'm gonna watch The Christmas Story tomorrow for sure. I gotta check into The Wonderful Life. That sound good. Thank you for telling me about how your mom get. You say when you sing in the shower, your mom don't like it. She go crazy. She think you crazy. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing. To be honest, I think that's a lot of times why I didn't believe in myself because I haven't always got people to say good things about me dancing. You know what I'm saying? I got aunties old school. Won't you sit down, boy? Won't you get in the church? Won't you sit down? Won't you stop doing? You know what I'm saying? You get that growing up, but it's just like I knew that that's what I like to do. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Let me see. Feel the rain on your, for no one else can shake it off, and no one else can say sad bird. No one. Okay. All right. Enjoy. Please look at a lot because it's got. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I definitely appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time. Okay. Priceless time for being on my live. Finally able to talk to you, interact with you in real time, and have a great Merry Christmas too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It just means so much to me. Both of y'all, everybody, both of you. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your meal. I wish you the best. Best wishes and Happy New Year if y'all don't connect to my live before the New Year come through. I'm gonna say that right now. Let me get that out the way. All right, y'all. In hasta luego, I say that in Spanish, and then in French, I would say a bientôt, which means see you later. All right, y'all. Thank y'all.